And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled at the lightweight limit of 100. Undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez!
Wearing gray trunks with gold trim, he brings a perfect record into the ring. Way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic silver medalist, the former featherweight champion of the world, the reigning and defending
Protect yourself at all times. Keep this fight clean at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck, touch him up.
Waiting on a mistake. Oh, and right now, see the. Oh, there it is. Offense.
Oh, there's a good left hand from Shakur Stevenson as came straight in. Shakur Stevenson filled that gap.
What he's doing. Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur.
Bell rang and Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson immediately turned the ring into a thinking man's battleground, where every step felt intentional and every exchange carried subtext.
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap.
What he's doing. Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
Woo! Meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown score with the left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
Shakur started in full control mode, snapping that southpaw jab like he was setting traps instead of scoring points, gliding just outside Teo's reach and making him reset over and over. Teofimo didn't rush it though. He stalked patiently, feinting hard, loading his hips, waiting for that one moment to explode. And when he did, the arena jolted.
More. Good shot.
With the right uppercut. The switch hitter comes in behind that jab and around with that right hand. It was mostly blocked. There's an uppercut on the inside.
He's just trying to use that as a rangefinder. He's looking for the uppercut and the combinations.
He's just throwing.
Not liking it at all. He'll get frustrated. He will submit.
There were rounds where Shakur looked untouchable, slipping shots by inches, sliding off the center line, touching Teo with clean counters that made the fight feel academic.
Side of himself and go back to his old.
Slow him down to the body.
Keep him up, keep him up.
He got Shakur standing still.
Side again. Trying to cut.
Shot over the top besides that left hook. It's puzzled by the miss.
On the clap. As he just came out southpaw front.
Then, out of nowhere, Teo would flip the tone, crashing distance with sudden combinations, forcing Shakur to the ropes and ripping hooks that reminded everyone this wasn't a sparring session. Midway through the fight, the tempo shifted. Shakur began digging to the body, freezing Teo's guard upstairs before sneaking shots downstairs, while Teo responded with pressure and physicality, leaning, bumping, and throwing with bad intentions. Momentum swung back and forth in short bursts, never fully settling, like both fighters were stealing rounds from each other in real time.
Shakur Stevenson filled that gap.
What he's doing. Good
right
shot.
hand from Lopez. Oh, he lunges in. Hand that went low moments ago. You saw Shakur's reaction to Kenny Bayless.
Woo! Meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown score with the left hand. Pinpoint accuracy. Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
I think it was more.
In the later rounds, it became a battle of will versus precision. Shakur stayed composed, choosing spots, conserving energy, while Teofimo pushed, hunted, and tried to force a moment big enough to tilt the entire night. When the final bell rang, both men stood their ground, breathing hard, faces marked, neither looking satisfied, because the fight didn't give an easy answer. It left the crowd buzzing, divided, and already arguing about what they had just witnessed.
Oh, I want to bet whatever.
Yeah,
You want to
whatever.
Whatever you want to put up.
I bet that you can't.
No, say it, say it, say it, say it.
I bet that your mouth
what
can
you bet.
fit
Say
all
what
through
you
my.
bet.
I would smack the I smack the What'd you just say? Hey.
You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. You're gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you hey, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the out of
Leaving
you.
the in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
Jam.
clown mode.
The weigh-in, the tension felt heavier than the fight itself. Shakur Stevenson stepped on the scale first, calm and almost expressionless, the numbers locking in at 138.6 pounds.
£138.6 for the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson.
Teofimo Lopez followed, more animated, shoulders loose. Scale flashed 139.6 pounds, full pound heavier. Contrast was immediate. Shakur sharp and streamlined, Teo solid and charged. When they met center stage, the room went quiet. No theatrics, just eye contact that lingered too long.
$139.6 for the reigning and defending champion.
Shakur didn't blink, chin tucked. Teofimo leaned in just enough to test the space, chest high and jaw set. Security hovered, but neither man moved. It was cold, controlled intensity. Cameras clicked, fans held their breath, and in that moment, the fight felt unavoidable.
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've been boxing guys like this since I was 8 years old, outboxing them, outsmarting them. This is gonna be nothing different.
There's a lot of energy between you two guys this week. What was your final message to him at that face-off?
I can't wait to see him tomorrow. I can't wait. It's my time. I've been ready for this moment since I was a child, and now it's all coming together.
Press conference slowly shed the promo energy, turned serious once the real stakes were laid bare. When Rick Reno framed this as potentially the biggest win of Teofimo's career if he beats Shakur, while also calling it Shakur's toughest test yet, the room shifted, and that was the first moment it stopped feeling like marketing and started feeling like a fight with consequences.
He upset the odds against Lomachenko, he upset the odds against Josh Taylor, and if he upsets the odds on Saturday, for me, it's the biggest win of his career because I regard Shakur as a better fighter than the other two guys. That's just my opinion.
Eddie Hearn sharpened that point even further, emphasizing that neither man needed this bout financially, making it clear this wasn't about paydays or leverage, but about legacy. Two fighters in their prime choosing risk over comfort and choosing Madison Square Garden because greatness doesn't happen in safe spaces.
But these aren't standard guys. These are guys that are chasing greatness in a sold-out arena that has hosted Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson and Rocky Marciano. That's what these guys are after. They're chasing legacy.
Then the tone cracked open when James Prince lit the fuse by promising Shakur would deal with Teo, blending jokes with trash talk and drifting into personal territory, instantly raising the temperature. Not long after, Teofimo's team reframed the moment through history by comparing it to the Lomachenko fight and reminding everyone that Teo has thrived before as the underestimated man. Quiet warning disguised as confidence. From there, control was gone, as betting challenges, insults, family shots, and overlapping shouts turned the press conference into raw hostility instead of scripted theater.
It gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man. You know
Hey,
that, man.
hey, to all y'all, when do you hey, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the out of
Leaving
you.
nuts in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the out of you.
Like, yo, he's an acrobat.
Let's
now
go,
he's in the
Jam.
clown mode. Stop clowning, man.
Let's go, Jim.
Hey,
Ain't nothing
hey,
to be
watch
funny
your
about.
So
words,
big,
nigga.
it's like
You
a foot in
respect
your
me,
mouth.
pussy.
Hey, look how they get riled up. Oh, yo, can it be Saturday already?
All right.
Let it be Saturday already.
Shakur eventually pulled the room back to earth by explaining why he brought hundreds of kids from New Jersey with him. Calm, purpose-driven moment that only made the earlier madness feel louder in hindsight. He doubled down on that mindset by saying the fight wasn't personal and that emotion is weakness, revealing just how cold and deliberate his approach is. Teofimo closed the night the opposite way, not loud, not theatrical, calm and certain, saying he's never felt better mentally.
For real, man.
And you know one thing though, hey look, my only last thing, Shakur,
and you can't change
when it's all
that.
said and done, because I've been in that position,
words
but
can't
when it
change
comes
that.
to you,
Saturday night,
Words
make sure
can't
y'all
change
tune
that.
in. I'm gonna beat this boy ass.
Alright
Which
now,
one? Everything
when it
I
comes
love.
to it,
Hey, yo.
Make sure
when it
y'all
comes to
tune
it,
in.
Yo.
when it comes to
Yo,
it,
the way you
they
box,
all not gonna be
the way
cheering
you
you
box
on after
not
this.
so.
And right after that press conference finished spiraling from legacy talk into full psychological warfare, Teofimo steps to the side mic and somehow turns the chaos into fuel instead of noise. What jumped out immediately wasn't the trash talk. It was the way Teo framed everything as alignment, energy, timing, almost like he's fighting the moment as much as the man. When he dismisses the idea that he'd mentioned family and pushes back on that whole narrative, you can hear a fighter who feels misrepresented and is almost daring the universe to test him. Then the stare-down talk comes up, and Teo says he saw evil in Shakur's eyes. And whether you agree or not, it tells you everything about Teo's headspace right now. He's not thinking boxing match. He's thinking moral battle, purpose versus persona. I actually liked when he slowed it down and talked about his dad's absence. Not defensively, but matter of fact. Because that's Teo at his most dangerous. Calm, reflective, not...
So anything that you might have just gotten under his skin where you sense any sort of fear?
Oh yeah, it'll show. I just gotta rip it out. Just gotta take it out from his soul. Show the real fear that he has inside him.
He said he was doing some mind games in that, in the press conference to get into your head. You feel like he got into your head? You stayed composed the whole time. Normally, when people do that to you, you always stay composed. Did you feel like he got into your head with those mind games?
What mind games were they doing?
The gift for your dad, talking to
Oh,
him.
look how God works. I said it though.
When he starts laughing about getting Shakur out of his seat and calls it a game, that's classic Teo mischief. Strategy under it. He enjoys poking the still water to see if it ripples. Biggest line for me wasn't even about exploding on Saturday. It was when he said the first punch changes everything. That's a fighter telling you he believes momentum is currency, and he's planning to spend it early. And when he refuses to lay out a single game plan, saying there are many, that's not arrogance, that's experience talking. Teo's whole vibe here is contradiction. Part philosopher, part prankster, part pressure fighter, laughing 1 second, deadly serious the next. You don't have to believe everything he says, but you can't ignore it either. This wasn't a warning screamed into the void. It was a warning whispered with confidence. And those are usually the ones that hit the hardest.
About him that gives you bad or evil vibes, or his camp or whatever.
Just all of it, his persona, the way he carries himself, the way he says he's gonna beat my ass right here, right now if he wanted to. And all I'm thinking about is that time when he punched a civilian at a nightclub after in the parking lot, and then when he actually swung and hit a woman at the same time. Every time he tells me he's gonna beat my ass, he be right there. That's what comes back to my mind is that video. So, that's evil though. That's really evil.
Coming right off Teo's spiritual warrior monologue, Shakur slides in with a completely different temperature, like the room just switched from fire to dry ice. What I love here is how Shakur doesn't deny the chaos, he just shrinks it. When he says Teo tried to get in his head and he returned the favor, that's not emotion, that's transaction. He's basically saying, you poke me, I poke back, but I don't live there. When he draws that hard line about family, especially mothers, you can hear the discipline underneath the calm. There are rules to how he fights mentally. Teo stepping outside them just confirmed Shakur's belief that control beats noise. The way he talks about camp is cold too, keeping Teo in his brain for 12 straight weeks, getting comfortable being uncomfortable, sacrificing family time. That's not hype. It's routine for someone who treats this like a profession, not a moment.
Do you feel like you got into his head? Jones talking about his dad and bringing that gift. Was that something that you planned?
No, I didn't plan that, but I see he tried to get in my head, so I returned the favor. He got a little bit too disrespectful.
How did he get disrespectful?
I heard him say something about my mother. I don't like mother games. I don't play certain games like that. So I don't respect that shit. At the end of the day, it's a fight. Good job. Keep trying to do what he's doing, but I got to just stay focused on the task.
Then you get to the Bud Crawford part, and that's where it clicks. When Shakur says, "This time I'm gonna listen." That's terrifying, because we've already seen how good he is when he improvises. Now he's telling you he's adding obedience to IQ. That's an upgrade patch nobody asked for. I also caught how he casually dismisses Teo's past wins as context-dependent, not fear-based, like he's stripping the legend down to variables. And when he talks about anger as a tool you save for fight night, that's veteran language from a young guy. No chest pounding, no destiny speeches, just, I'll use it when it's useful. Even the pound-for-pound talk feels surgical. Top 4, not top 1, not a dream, just a target. Shakur's whole vibe here is pressure without panic. Teo sounds like he's fighting the universe. Shakur sounds like he's fighting a man, and historically that difference decides a lot more fights than people like to admit.
Like your title being up on the line at 135 or a title versus title thing, because he's mentioned that a lot, like only he has something to lose.
Nah, it was never no talk about title versus title, but I don't know, like, you know, I don't think he really normal, because he's not really thinking, like, he say, oh, he's the only person with something to lose in this situation. But same way his life on the line, my life on the line too, so I don't look at it that way. I can't see how he's the only person. I am too.
And right when Shakur finishes laying down that cold, disciplined mindset, Terrence Crawford steps in and flips the whole conversation from fight week tension to legacy-level reflection, and it hits different. Bud isn't talking like a guy itching to come back. He's talking like someone who already won the argument with time. When he explains retiring after 30 years of punishment, it's not ducking smoke. It's a man who's done the math on his body and decided legacy already cashed the check. And I love how he shuts down the comeback fantasy by asking, who would I fight? Not in a cocky way, but in a factual one. That's dangerous clarity. Then the Teofimo Sr. moment pops up, and Bud doesn't escalate. He dismisses it, calls the antics what they are, and keeps it moving. That's grown man energy. You're basically saying, sell your fight, don't sell me into it. But the real juice is when he talks about Shakur being next. Bud doesn't hesitate. He says when Shakur beats Teo, he's a 4-division champ and has the tools to go even further.
Man, listen, a lot of people keep asking me why I retired. When you've been doing this sport since you was 7 years old, and I'm 37 at the time, well, 38 when I retired. You know, that's 30 years, bro. 30 years. So you ask yourself, if you've been taking your body through hell for 30 years, would you retire? All right then, so there go your answer. So that's why I retired. There's nothing else for me to accomplish in the sport of boxing. I gave my all to boxing, but I'm not going to give my health to boxing.
It's not hype, that's a blueprint being handed down. Notice the confidence there. Bud isn't threatened by the next generation, he's proud of it. Then he casually compares himself to all 4 kings in one breath. Southpaw like Hagler, movement like Leonard, inside work like Durang, range like Hearn, and it doesn't even sound arrogant because his resume backs it up. What really sticks with me is the retirement emotion. Relief mixed with loss. That's real. He's happy he doesn't have to suffer anymore. Sad because he's walking away from his first love. That's not a soundbite. That's a fighter telling you the cost of greatness. And when Bud says boxing is still rising and we'll see where it goes next, it feels like a torch-passing moment without ceremony. Shakur's focused on Saturday. Bud's already finished the story. Different chapters, same book. And you can feel how heavy that comparison really is.